Hey guys and gals, Chris here, Warcraft 24/7, and while we are waiting for the pre-patch for Dragonflight to actually come online, all the realms are down right now that are in extended maintenance. I thought I would go over a quick video about farming and profits and a workflow. I talked about workflow in a previous video. Having a good workflow for your farming is the best way to make a profit. So I'm gonna load up a screen here, and we're gonna go through workflow, kind of how I go about it, and give you some tips and tricks and how we need to do it. All right, so let's get it loaded up here. All right, the first step. And this is gonna be funny for a lot of guys that's been around for a while. They're gonna know that um, this phrase has been used a lot, but seriously, be prepared. That's the first step. We got to be prepared before we ever start farming, to make sure that we make the most out of our time. Our time is what is important. We want to make gold per hour, gold per time. Our time is what we want to work off of. Here's some ways to be prepared. First off, large empty bags. Make sure your bags are empty. Make sure you have the largest bags possible, as many equipped as you can, because you want to have as much space in your bags as possible. All right. Step number two, we want to make sure that our apps are configured. TSM, Trade Skill Master, similar app. Anything you use to vendor items, anything you use to mail items, to keep track of what things, the value of them are. Make sure those are configured, updated, working properly. Have a mailbox, either the toy, the Katie stamp whistle, or an engineering toy, the Moly, one of those toys. Make sure you have those so that you can mail items from wherever you're at. You may be deep in a raid, and you may run into a situation where you've run it a couple times, or a dungeon a couple times, and your bags are overflowing and you need to get rid of some stuff. Having one of these toys makes it very easy to unload that stuff. And last but not least, on this step of being prepared, have a plan. Have a plan on how much time you want to invest in each farming session, how many reps you want to perform of a dungeon, what dungeons you want to go after, what raids you want to go after, what you're actually looking for. And that's going to bring us, now once we get to that, that's going to take us to step two. That's going to take us to the actual farm itself. And that's part of having a plan. You want to know what you're going to be farming. Are you going to be farming open world content? You're going to be running old raids? You're going to be running dungeons? What are you going to be running to farm materials that you're going to later sell? You want to have this planned out in advance. You just don't want to go out into the world and start killing yetis. You want to make sure you're killing the most profitable yetis, the ones that respawn the most, ones that are quest items so that they're a fast respawn, ones that have potential to drop items that are high in value. So you want to, part of being prepared and having a plan and knowing your farm that you're going to do. Now, once you complete your farm, that's what we're really after. What do we do after we complete our farm? Well, this is where we get into step three, which is clean your bags. We want to clean our bags. So here's kind of the steps I go through. First thing I do is I equip all my transmog items. Anything that I don't have that I want to use as a transmog, I equip. Pretty simple. Get those taken care of first. Then, since I use Trade Skill Master, I want to add those items to TSM if I've already collected the transmog, or in any vendor junk that's not already in the list. I want to make sure I add all the soulbound items, all the stuff I've collected for the run from the farm. I want to make sure I add all those to my vendor junk list. Now, we've went over how to create groups and how to create this vendor junk list and how to vendor items in other videos on the channel. Please check those out. They'll help you out a lot. Once we've added all those items to those groups, that's when we want to sell all of our grays and our soulbound items. And the reason we do it in that order is that way we're not opening up a merchant like our elephant or mammoth that we got our merchants on. We don't want to open up one of those mounts, sell everything, then find out we still got items that we got to add to the list, turn around, open it back up, sell it again. This is time. We want to save time. So we want to do this in a certain order so that we save as much time as possible. All right, now, after you finish your run, you may go somewhere. You might use your Hearthstone, something like that. You may use one of those toys that I talked about earlier for mailboxes, but this is the step where you want to mail your auctionable items, your raw materials that you're going to put in storage, and any transmogs for any alts that you want to have. You want to mail this stuff, get it out of your bags. So now, after we've completed all this, we've equipped our transmogs, we've added everything to our junk list, we've sold our grays, we've sold our soulbound items, we've mailed off what we're going to auction out, we've mailed our raw mats to storage, we've mailed our transmogs to other people, other tunes we have. We got a choice to make. We can go two directions. One, we can go back and run another farm. We may have run a farm for, say, an hour, filled our bags up in the open world, went through our steps to clean our bags out. We want to go and farm that another hour. So we can go back up to the farm and make this loop: farm, clean bags, farm, clean bags. It's just kind of a loop as much as you want to do it. And then once you get past that, then we're going to be talking about profits. That's what everybody's here for, right? We're all here about profits. And how do we get to our profits? Well, you got raw gold that you collected through your run. We know that. You got gold that you made from your selling your grays, selling your soulbound items. But also the next steps, you want to post your auctions. Trade Skill Master is great about posting auctions. You want to set that up, configure that, post all your items to your auctions. I use a tune that is specifically for auctions. And then you also want to place your mats in storage, your raw mats that you have. You want to place those in storage for later. If you're doing crafting, enchants, whatever you're doing, you want to place those mats in storage so that when you get on your crafter, I use a separate guild bank for this. I store all my mats. So when I get on one of my crafters, say I get on my alchemist, he's got a tab full of herbs ready to go. So I can sit there and I can load up my tune with whatever herbs I need from all my farms, and I can turn around and I can AFK, craft items. I can sit there and let him craft, 200 flasks or mill a bunch of herbs for inscription or whatever I need to do, whatever class I'm on. But that doesn't happen unless you place all of your mats in storage and have them all in one central location ready to go, so that when you get to that crafting tune that you have set up, you got everything there at your fingertips. You don't have to use a guild bank for this. I do, because I use a lot of I use several guild banks, and I send stuff to several different tunes. You can just simply use the mailbox to hold all this stuff. Send it all off to that tune, log on to him later, craft everything that needs to be crafted, turn around, post all those auctions, sit back, collect the money when it rolls in. The next, some things aren't going to sell right away. Transmogs, some things like that, pets. They may take a little bit of time to sell. They will eventually sell. Raw mats especially will sell really good. Coming into Dragonflight, we're going to be selling a lot of those really quickly. But this is just kind of how I work it. This is my little flow chart. This is my workflow. How I make sure that I get the biggest bang for my buck, the most gold for my time invested, that I'm not wasting time doing, who do I mail this to? Who do I mail that to? What do I do with this? What do I do with that? I configure my add-on, Trade Skill Master. We got tons of videos on the website. Well, not tons, I'm sorry. A few videos on the website telling you how to set those up. Soon we'll have more. But it's all about being efficient. It's all about being efficient in your setup, being efficient in your farm, being efficient in your bag management. Once you have all that done, it's really simple. It's just a matter of rinse and repeat. Hopefully, we will get Dragonflight up and running pretty soon. They did an extended maintenance for 3 hours. Hoping that it will will let us log in shortly. Let's see, I think the realms are still down. They are still down. As you can see, I have a lot of alts, and that tends to play into farming a lot and having that process. But anyway, I hope this video helped you guys. It's raw, it's unedited. I do all my videos straight. I don't spend a lot of time as far as editing them and cutting content. I try to give you guys the quickest, easiest videos, shortest videos, so you're not wasting a lot of time watching videos. You're getting to play the game, because that's what we're here for. We all love Warcraft. We're all here to play the game. I hope you stuck around this long. If you did, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notification when we upload new videos. Trying to do at least one video a week, maybe more. We are going to start back live streaming shortly with Dragonflight. Lots of good things coming. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And without you guys, we couldn't make these videos. We'd have nobody to make them for. I do appreciate you guys and everything you do for us. Thanks.